Hello everyone. It's been a while since I made a video, but it's probably about time I do it again. Many years ago I shared this chart before any of this was even visible. Let's go back in time a little bit. I started sharing this information when gold had bottomed here on this Fed hike announcement. This was the first Fed rate hike increased after basically a zero bound interest rate policy through the two terms of President Obama. They raised interest rates at that point there that my mouse is on, with that blue arrow signifying the bottom for gold. And over the years I've made some videos just trying to help many of you to get prepared for what is coming. And this isn't meant to be a doomsday video, by the way. It's meant to be, it's only a doomsday for those who are not prepared. So I've been trying to share this info with everyone, no cost, just for free. Why? Because freedom is a team sport. True freedom, true wealth is a team sport. You're not doing it on your own, living in some bunker, hiding from the rest of the world. That's what I actually used to believe at one point in my life. The more that my eyes were open to what's happening here in the world, I wanted to hide, take my family and hide. But you can ask my wife too. That was a stressful time. But I've since learned that true freedom, true liberty is a team sport. You work together. You can't do everything on your own. You need other people to be part of your team, working together, building their wealth, protecting their wealth. So I was sharing this information many years ago, and all with the expectation of freedom and liberty together with other people, that we can work together and help each other out, as this is going to get pretty rough for those that are not prepared. So I'm moving through this chart here slowly so you can see I've been talking about this for a long time. Gold has bottomed, and gold is always the leader, and gold is always, it's got a strong sense of smell. Gold can sniff out problems before anyone else, and it's been sniffing out problems for a long time. So anyway, you can see these two red lines. There's a ceiling here and the floor here. Since that Fed rate hike, the first one in 8-9 years during the Obama administration, they hiked it. They made debt more expensive to service, including our own national debt. The interest payments went up on that day. But because our debt, as many of you hopefully know, it's raised, I think it was 22 trillion when Trump took office, President Trump. I think it's now at 27, moving close to 28 trillion. So in less than 4 years, President Trump has increased the national debt by a lot. And unfortunately, it's not good. So with all that debt, the reason I went on that tangent is this interest rate hike that happened. It only went up a quarter basis point. It's not much when you look at it, but the interest payments went up dramatically on our national debt. This was right around the election too, by the way, 2015. And so Trump was elected into office around the same time as well. The interest rates the Federal Reserve was starting to raise the interest rates, making all debt more expensive to service. All the interest payments went up. But as I predicted, that they wouldn't last. They couldn't last. The debt is too large. So they tried to normalize, is what they call it, bring the interest rate back up to more of a free market normal rate, and they only got up to about 2.5%, and then they had to go all the way back down to zero recently. So they've thrown up the white flag. Just all of you listening to this video need to understand that the white flag of surrender has gone up. The Fed has lost. Your money, your dollars, you can ask your parents, even in your own life, you can look at going to the grocery store. Your dollars that you are holding has lost almost all of its purchasing power. I'd guesstimate around 99%. So the writing's on the wall. Once we lose that last 1% or most of it, of purchasing power, the dollar's toast. So anyway, going back on this chart, keep advancing. They broke through, gold broke through this ceiling. This is a technical type of analysis that I'm showing to you, a really basic one. There's a ceiling and there's a floor. Once the ceiling is broken, the ceiling will typically become the new floor. So once it broke through that ceiling, it's now become the floor for gold. And oftentimes it'll come back and retest that, but as you can see, there's the present price. That blue line up here represents the all-time high in gold. If we go back to what I said earlier about gold having the best nose in town, the best sniffer in town, it's signaling a Trump loss, number one. He will not win based on what gold is showing. And it will be a President Biden probably administration, which, by the way, just as another side note, would be very good for those that hold gold and silver. You see how good it is right now during the during the conclusion of this first term for Trump. Gold is already almost, it's like $20 away from breaking the all-time high under Trump's administration. So, and I'd say, my personal opinion, well, I won't go into that, my political, but a Biden administration is going to be very strong for gold and silver, even more so than what you see here. So, I wanted to go into the dollar real quick. We'll look at that chart. DXY is the ticker for the dollar. So here you go. This is kind of a long-term chart going back to 2010. So gold or the dollar has been rallying, but if you zoom in a little tighter here, you can see that the dollar has hit a low here. If you follow that little red dotted line, it goes back to September of 2018. So the dollar is heading down. It's in a downtrend. Again, that's what gold has been signaling for many years, that your dollar, the dollars you hold in your account, the dollars you receive for your paycheck, the dollars in your life insurance policies, cash value, all the dollars that you're holding, your 401k, etc., it's all losing purchasing power. So how do you protect yourself? Gold. And more importantly at this time, silver. Silver is more undervalued than gold. I'm not going to go into it in this video. It's already getting close to 10 minutes. But if I were to recommend anything to anyone, is to turn off your Netflix, turn off your distractions. If you got to learn a little bit about this before you could pull the trigger on this, do it. It's your money. It's your family. You need to own gold and silver. Now, I guess I should have thrown this disclaimer in there just to protect myself, because I'm doing this as a favor to all of you, my friends. I'm not doing this for money. I'm doing this because Liberty is a team sport, and this team is small. There's hardly anyone on this team. So I'm looking for, I'm a recruiter, you could say, a recruiter for Liberty players, those that want to not just protect wealth, but grow wealth. This is not a doomsday scenario, but it will be for those who are not prepared. So gold and silver is how you protect yourself against this purchasing power, the loss of purchasing power. I have another slide here. I'm not going to dig for it live here, but actually let me see if I can find it. It's good enough that it'll help you understand what I'm talking about. So let's open up this folder. Let's see if it's in here. Well, I've got all my old charts here. I'm not going to show you any of that because it's bore you to death. Excuse me. Picked up a little cold. I know what you're all thinking. Relax. Can't transmit a cold or any other quote virus through the phone. Yeah, give me a second. I want you to see this. Where did I have that? Well, I can't recall. Cannot recall. Might be in there actually. Oh, there. Yep, there it is. I found it. Lucky day. right here. This should make it crystal clear. Sorry, excuse me. Let me see if I can. You could read it, but I'll walk you through it. $20 bill in 1932 would have bought you 1 ounce of gold. 1 ounce of gold, $20 paper bill. That's what you're holding. That's what you're receiving in your paycheck. They're dollar bills. That's what's in your retirement account. Dollar bills. So $20 bill, a paper bill would have bought you 1 ounce of gold in 1932. That $20, 2 years ago, that same $20 paper bill would have been legal tender today still. So let's say you decide, nah, I'm good. Don't want that gold. Want this paper. And you carried that paper from 1932. Let's say you gifted it to your grandson. Your grandson, instead of giving him the gold coin for his birthday, you gave him a $20 bill from 1932. He takes that $20 bill in 2018. What can he buy? There you go, right beneath it. 7 gallons of milk. This is in 2018, mind you. You already see the difference in our loss of purchasing power now that we're in 2020. But he could buy 7 gallons of milk, 6.3 gallons of milk, 7 gallons of gas, 10 dozen eggs, 40 first-class stamps. Okay, yippee. Now we'll go back in time. Rewind. Back in 1932. Grandpa's there. He's a young man. He has he's got, or no, actually he's got to have a grandson, doesn't he, for this scenario. So grandpa's there. He's got his new grandson just born. He wants to gift him something. He's got this ability to buy a 1 ounce gold coin or give him a $20 paper fiat bill, Federal Reserve note. He decides on this time to get the gold coin. 1 ounce gold coin, pays $20 for it. What does that buy today? Fast forward now to 2018. The same grandson has that gold coin. He can buy 408. Actually, it's a lot more. Let's do the math on that, just to really hit the home run here for everyone. There we go. So we're at $1,900 gold. This was done when gold was, well, it was lower. In one of my previous videos, 2018. So $1,900 gold coin. That's what that coin is worth now, by the way. It's $1,900. So what does that buy? Let's say a gallon of milk. Based on this analogy, about $3. So we'll say it's $3. So we'll divide that by $3 to give us 1,900 divided by 3. He could buy 633 gallons of gas. 633 gallons of gas. Do you guys hear this? What was the other one with the paper fiat? It's 7 gallons of gas. 633 gallons of gas? Or 7? Which do you prefer? Now, I'll go through all these rules. I'm not going to go through each one, but you get the idea. The purchasing power of the paper is done. Stick a fork in it. Fat lady has stung. I'm trying again to just be patient. This is why I haven't released a video. It's difficult because it's just staring at it's the elephant in the room, as they say, or this is 1,000 elephants stampeding through the room and no one's paying attention. We need to protect we need insurance to protect our wealth, to protect our home, to protect our family. The most important things in your life are at risk right now, and so again, this is not a doomsday video, but I'm trying to create some urgency, and it's urgency that I've stumbled upon, and I cannot. It's like a light cannot be hid under a bush. Does it say that in the Bible? A light has touched my heart, touched my mind, and I am preparing for what is coming. And there are others like me, but we are too few. We need more of you to wake up, even just to this one point. If you wake up to this one point, your life is going to be better going forward. So I know a lot of you are getting these stimulus checks. Take some of that and get some. If I had to pick one, I'd say buy silver right now. But buy gold or buy silver. something hold in your hand, shipped to your house, keep it in your safe, or you can store it at a vault like I do. Third party vault, not a government vault. Private party, business like Brinks vaults, they'll store. They've never lost 1 ounce of anything. They have a perfect track record. So I hope this was helpful to you. Again, hope it created some urgency. This was not meant to create fear. A little bit of urgency though, to protect your family, and I want to help you do that, and then join our team so that we can go into this next era better prepared, and our kids and our kids' kids, so on and so forth. So I think that's pretty much it. Let me see if I covered everything. There's the silver. It's exploding. It's catching up to gold. That's what it always does. It's like the little brother tag along. Wants to go everywhere with Big Brother Gold. But gold is signaling something, and I've given you my predictions. Number one, that President Trump will not win. I know this is going to hurt a lot of you because you're very optimistic, but gold is, it's got a sixth sense about it, unlike anything else, and it's signaling another administration taking the reins. So that's my prediction on the Trump. Gold is going to go significantly higher. I'm talking, it's at about 2,000 now. It's almost broke its all-time high. Once it does, we're in uncharted territory, and it literally can go into several $1,000s per ounce. That's how bad things have got with our excessive debt as a nation, and our excessive debt as a people. We've unfortunately fallen into that trap as well. So we covered the gold. What else was there? We covered the dollar. We covered silver. If you have any other questions, feel free to reach out to me. I will leave just a quick plug here at the end for my life insurance agency. This is what I do for my livelihood. This is how I'm able to take care of my family. But I do it it's a win-win scenario. I'm able to take care of people, get them the least expensive options possible as an independent broker. So if you're looking for life insurance, or you already have it, want to save yourself tens of thousands of dollars, reach out to me. And I do this all the time. Take my word. Look at my reviews if you don't believe me. You don't have to take my word for it. Independent Island Life Insurance is my agency on Facebook. And again, yeah, just let me know if you want to get some quotes started, or just kind of take a look or learn some things about life insurance. Be happy to teach you, again, for free. Hopefully earn your business later. Have a good one. Peace.